Look at your hands. Really look at them. Are they the hands of someone who is building an empire? Or are they just tools used to scroll through the lives of people you're secretly jealous of? You don't have to answer me. You've been answering that question every morning you hit the snooze button. You've been answering it every time you tell a friend that you're working on something big when the truth is you haven't opened your laptop in 3 weeks. You are lying. You aren't lying to the world. The world doesn't care enough to be deceived. You are lying to the only person who can actually save you. You are lying to yourself. And that lie is the most comfortable coffin you will ever inhabit. It's quiet, isn't it? That moment right before you fall asleep. That's when the truth tries to speak. That's when that heavy, cold realization settles in your chest. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's that feeling that you are playing a character in a movie that you didn't write. You go to work. You smile at people you don't like. You eat food that doesn't fuel you. And you come home to drown the day in a screen. You tell yourself you're tired. You tell yourself you've earned the rest. But you aren't tired from doing too much. You're tired because you're doing too little of what matters. You are exhausted by the weight of the potential you're refusing to use. Comfort is a slow poison. It doesn't scream. It whispers. It tells you that you're doing fine. It tells you that at least you aren't as bad off as someone else. It convinces you that realistic is a virtue when it's actually just a synonym for average. You've traded your fire for a warm blanket. Every day you choose the path of least resistance. You are committing a slow-motion suicide of your future self. You think you're being safe. You think you're protecting yourself from failure. But failure isn't the opposite of success. Inaction is. You are failing by default because you're too scared to fail by design. Think about the excuses you've used this week. I don't have the money. I don't have the time. The economy is bad. I need to learn more before I start. Stop. Just stop. Those aren't reasons. They are shields. You use them to protect yourself from the terrifying reality that if you had all the money and all the time in the world, you might still be sitting exactly where you are right now. Because the problem isn't the lack of resources, it's the lack of resolve. It's the fact that you've made peace with mediocrity. You've negotiated with your dreams until they became small, enough to fit into your current boring life. The mirror doesn't lie. But your mind does. Your mind is a master manipulator. It's been trained for thousands of years to keep you alive, not to keep you great. It wants you to stay in the cave. It wants you to stay where it's warm. It views growth as a threat and discomfort as a tragedy. Every time you feel that spark of ambition, your mind throws a bucket of logic on it. It tells you to wait. It tells you to be patient. But there is a massive difference between patience and procrastination. Patience is working while you wait for the harvest. Procrastination is sitting in the dirt and complaining that nothing is growing. You think you're waiting for a sign. You think a lightning bolt is going to hit you and suddenly you'll feel ready. You are never going to feel ready. Ready is a myth. Ready is a lie sold to you by people who want you to stay a consumer. The people who win are the ones who move while they are terrified. They are the ones who start before they have a plan. They are the ones who realize that the only way to find the path is to start. Walking in the dark, you are waiting for the lights to turn green for 5 miles before you start the car. That's not how the world works. You drive, and the lights turn green as you approach them. Time is not your friend. It is a thief, and right now, it is robbing you in broad daylight. You think you have 50 years left. Maybe you do. But you don't have 50 years of this energy. You don't have 50 years of this hunger. Every year you spend finding yourself is a year you could have spent building yourself. Your youth is a currency, and you are spending it on distractions that will be forgotten by next Tuesday. While you're waiting for the right time, someone with half your talent and twice your guts is out there taking what belongs to you. They are eating your lunch because they realized that the world doesn't reward the smartest person. It rewards the one who acts. You feel it, don't you? That tightness in your throat. That's regret knocking. It's visiting you early to give you a preview of what your life will look like at 80 if you don't change. It's the ghost of the person you could have been, and that person is looking at you with disgust. They are wondering why you're letting them die. They are wondering why a few hours of sleep or the fear of a stranger's opinion is more important than their existence. You are killing your own hero because you're too lazy to slay your own demons. Listen to me. The world doesn't owe you a thing. Not a dollar, not a smile, not a chance. If you want it, you have to go out and rip it out of the hands of fate. You have to be the person who is willing to stay in the room longer than anyone else. You have to be the one who can handle the silence, the rejection, and the boredom. Success isn't a highlight reel. It's a series of lonely, unglamorous decisions made at 4 a.m. when nobody is watching and nobody is clapping. It's time to burn the bridge. You've been keeping a foot in both worlds. You want the rewards of the 1%, but you're keeping the habits of the 99%. You want the freedom, but you love the safety. You can't have both. You have to choose. And if you don't choose, the world will choose for you. And trust me, you won't like the choice it makes. This is the moment where you stop being a fan of other people's success and start being the architect of your own. This is where you stop reading the story and start writing the blood-soaked pages yourself. If this truth stings, let it. If it makes you angry, use it. If it makes you feel like you need to move, then move. Don't go back to the distractions. Don't go back to the noise. If you feel like this energy is what's missing in your life, then stay here. Connect with this frequency. Like the man you are becoming, share this fire with the few people in your life who actually give a damn about your future. Subscribe to the struggle, because the struggle is the only thing that creates strength. You have a choice to make before you close your eyes tonight. You can tell yourself the same story you told yourself yesterday, or you can start a new one. You can be the person who had potential or the person who had results. You can be a warning or you can be an example, but you cannot stay here. This version of you is expired. It's done. It has served its purpose. It's time to let it die so the real you can finally breathe. The clock is ticking. It doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care about your excuses. It only cares about the work. The talking is finished. The mirror is waiting. Stand up now.